Well, you know, it is enough to make a senator wonder what the hell is going on. Nevada Republican Dean Heller, the target of a new union ad that takes the throwing grandma off the cliff thing to new heights, or should I say, new depths. Welcome, everybody. I'm Neil Cavuto, and we wonder why nothing ever seems to get done in Washington. Those who try, fry. Unions targeting 3 senators for dare proposing fixing Medicare and Medicaid as part of that huge debt deal. Even as our huge debt hits an unthinkable level, crossing $15 trillion today. And at this point, a deal, any deal, is far, far, far from a done deal. Maybe this could be why.
If you cut my Medicare, Senator Heller, I'll remember it every time I visit my doctor. My friends will remember it too, all of them. Call Senator Heller. Tell him to protect Medicare and Medicaid.
And all of this because the senators mentioned, well, the unmentionable, Medicare and Medicaid, that they cannot be sustained the way they are going. So time to do some mid-course correcting. Now, never mind if they didn't consider that, these entitlements would crash. Now it's the senators trying to prevent that who are the ones burning. Now to the Nevada Republican, Senator Dean Heller, on whether he's feeling that heat. Senator, they're going after you.
Neil. Yeah, thanks for having me on your show.
What do you make of this? I mean, you are a big target because you dared raise some of these entitlements, Medicare and Medicaid more specifically,
right,
as those whose growth at least has to be curbed, not cut, just curbed.
Obviously, Neil, I want to protect and preserve both Social Security and Medicare. This is the problem with this ad, and that is that there's only one candidate in this Senate race that has actually voted to cut Medicare, and that's Congresswoman Shelley Berkeley. So she has 2 big problems. One, she cut $500 billion during the Obamacare vote, and also she voted during the debt increase to cut it another 2 to 3%. So the only person in this Senate race that has actually voted to cut Medicare is Congresswoman Shelley Berkeley. Now, she has a second problem.
To be fair, Senator, we have the opportunity to get your opponent on here. I do want to raise, though, the bigger issue about whether this makes you think twice about even tinkering with these programs, because what will happen is they'll come back at you and like I say you're throwing Granny off a cliff or worse.
Well, first of all, as I just said, my goal, my job is to protect and preserve both of those programs, both Social Security and Medicare. And I will not do anything that would affect or impact anybody who is currently in either one of those systems. That is a far cry, far different than how my opponent has voted.
So where are we going here? I mean, very few in your party, beyond talking about the need to get entitlement reforms and get their growth curb, when it comes to specifics, maybe they look at what happened to Paul Ryan when he had his own Medicare plan that was sort of universally quashed, even by many in your own party. They've been very, very reluctant to offer details. So you start providing even the vaguest of details, and you're electrocuted. Is it going to make you go slow now, or what?
Yes. See, Neil, I don't think that's the issue. I think what the big issue here, especially in this senatorial race, is the ability to create jobs. Everything that my opponent has voted for, she voted to bail out Wall Street, she voted to bail out the big banks, she voted to bail out the automotive industry.
Senator. I'm sure
yeah, but we can go down that list.
No, I'm wondering here whether this is giving you pause. That's all I want to know. You got the unions targeting you now. They think this is a vulnerable Senate seat. They think this is a potential pickup for Democrats, and they're going after what they consider you to be callous on these entitlements. You say what to that?
I'm gonna move forward, and I'm gonna protect, I'm gonna preserve these programs for those that are currently in the program. So I'm not gonna change my direction. As I'm trying to point out, if we don't have growth in this economy, and as my opponent continues to vote to remove funds, $500 billion out of these programs, that's the weakness right there. That's the problem that we have with both Medicare and Social Security.
Senator, thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
In the meantime, fair and balanced, from the guy feeling the union heat to the guy glad, well, the heat is on. Democrats co-founder David